Hello everyone. So this tutorial will be about proactive invitation and inject HTML section and what tricky things you can do with it. So in this case I have one proactive invitation. It's normal, like it has delay, how many page views it requires, time on site, and similar things. And also it has filled up section where I execute some append some HTML and execute some JavaScript. So the rest is left as is, default settings, without anything. And here how it looks when it applies. I refresh page, and you see after 3 seconds or so I change background to green and invitation is shown. Now for example, if you want to execute this HTML only on some dynamic events, for example, if mouse leaves a browser window. So let's make it dynamic invitation. So update, and now let's see what we got. So it should still apply, I guess, because it was mesh or no. So you see it was not applied, but if I leave a mouse window, you see it changes. It changes to green and invitation is shown. Now, for example, I do not want to show this one. I want just to change background to green color. So we go to inject only HTML and let's update it, and it should not show perhaps. So you see it does not show any invitation, but it changes only background to green. But as you see, every time I leave a mouse, it executes this invitation. So that means you have to take care of this logic, that it would not execute same JavaScript twice. So another thing we can change, perhaps this one, and see what it does. Every time number events occurs. So also we can check, let's say update. Just have in mind that some options works only for new widget and some works only for old widget. In most cases, it's enough to have it like this just and leave it as is. So if I make this, let's see, does it makes any difference? As I'm doing this live, I also don't remember exactly what what these options change. So if I refresh, move mouse over, you see it still executes, but I also get this invitation in this case. So let's update like this, and update. So it's, you see it's executing, but no pop-up invitation now. So this one can be used, let's say, to show some modal window when Windows is leaving your browser tab or similar things. But all this should go here, all this checking. For example, it should be here, was it shown or not? So what else we can do? Let's see, we have like visitor idle for some time on site. So like this. Also there is option, let's see, if we do not use this one, for example, and we choose dynamic invitation. We refresh, and it should, I guess, work or not. Let's see. Oh, I have to be idle for 10 seconds. Okay, let's try not move the mouse, anything. And I think I have closed this invitation, so no, it worked. So you see, after 10 seconds of idle, I get this invitation also. And I get this pop-up window and background is changed to green. If you do not want to get pop-up, you just have to check this one. And let's try do nothing for 10 seconds. And we have, it should change background to green. Yeah, you see, background was changed to green. So this way you can, and so this way you can change it the way you want it, and it can work independently from existing invitation. So that means that dynamic invitation will be executing on their own, and you still can have completely separate workflow for this invitation itself. Let me try perhaps set up one. Let's say normal invitation. Create a name. I do not want anything here. It's normal invitation. Okay, we do not change anything here. Let's try to save it. Okay, so we have two active invitations. And let's try refresh. Now, just in case for testing purposes, I always suggest just clear this cookie, so you will be sure that you will be getting proactive invitation as you were a fresh user. So we delete it, click refresh, and you see we got this normal invitation. But if we do not move our mouse for 10 seconds, we also should get this green background, I guess. If it's not, we're missing just some setting. Okay, so it does not show this green background, so means we have to adjust this dynamic invitation. Okay, let's go to this basic invitation. So we go to this dynamic. Let's change to mouse leaves. Okay, and then oh, you see, it was changed already. Invitation is, this one is for another way, or from another invitation, but this green background come from this dynamic invitation. So I move mouse, it gets green, and here it gets this another proactive invitation. So they now work independently from each other, just. So that's a tricky thing you can use. So this one can be used, for example, for model windows, and this one, original one, can be used for this one default can be used just for normal proactive invitation. So that's the difference between them. Also, I guess I'm not sure it should be possible to make dynamic invitation execute only once, because now it's executed every time I move mouse, as you see here. I just don't remember exactly how to set up it. Now let me see this basic. So we have checked every time dynamic. Can check this one. Perhaps it should be executed Oh, another way, this one what it does, that if you require 10 seconds for idle, next time if this indentation was mesh, next time it will be applied instantly. So let's try this one. Update. But I guess it works only if it's not if it used as main invitation also. Okay, let's try to change to this one. Refresh. So it worked. So mouse leaves, and you see it's not executing anymore multiple times, executed only once. So what I changed, I checked this one. Okay, let's try just to be sure. I change, you see, this text does not appear anymore. But if I check this one, let's try to see what happens. You see, it's executing every time I move mouse, when I leave mouse. But if I check this one, you see, it's executed only it's executed only once. So that's another like tricky options you can have. So in that case, you would not need like here conditions against that. And if I refresh, yes, it's not applied anymore. So this one we know what it does. This one also we know what it does. Now about dynamic, I guess this one should also work, but seems it's only applies to old widget. Yeah, right. So basically, that's the few tricky things you can do with proactive invitation and call like site functions themselves if you have already integrated some model window. So this one was a little bit confusing tutorial, but at least you know what you can do now. So thank you and bye for now.